Welcome to Healing Minds, a place where you explore your inner world and learn healing practices to a better mental well-being. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a video. Hi everyone, this is Tanya. Welcome to my video. In this video, you're going to learn about what is radical acceptance. This is accepting the present moment no matter how hard it is. Rejecting reality actually creates more suffering rather than easing suffering. Even if you're having an extremely difficult time tolerating a troublesome event, denying reality will not help. You have to remember in life, there is a lot that we have no control over. There are surprises, there are setbacks, challenges, things that can happen to you unexpectedly. And that is not something to deny, but accepting what is happening right now. With radical acceptance, it will be difficult to grasp the truth in the beginning because of the fact of facing a excruciatingly agonizing event. We face those hard times in life where we're just taken another direction, we're knocked down, or something incredibly hard happens. So I can understand with radical acceptance in the beginning of your healing journey, it is hard to understand and practice. But with time in your healing journey, practicing radical acceptance will become easier. So there is no certain time for that because everyone's healing journey is different. Whether it's days, weeks, or months, you get to the place where you are able to practice this more effectively. Perhaps after the tremendous emotions that swallow you, or being able to not deny the truth of what has happened to you, but getting to the stage of acceptance and understanding, it becomes easier to practice. So the point of radical acceptance is accepting and understanding. By facing your reality, you are able to bring back your mental state to life at the moment and create a healing practice, which I always say, mental well-being is a daily practice. And when you have a mental well-being daily practice and have control over your mind and your mental health, it can be extremely liberating. So that's why you learn healing practices in my videos. You learn strategies that you can implement in your life right away. And always share in the comments whether it's working for you or not to help the community. So these are effective ways where you need healing. You need self-compassion, patience, and time to move forward. Okay, so let's get on with the video of how you can practice radical acceptance. What is radical acceptance? This is based on DBT, or dialectical behavioral therapy, which was described in a previous video. Go back and watch the video called How to Devote Time to Mindfulness to Calm a Depressed State, which is one skill using DBT. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and feel free to leave any comments that will be useful to the community. Radical acceptance is accepting reality as it is, not what you want it to be. This may sound like a difficult concept, as our realities are not always favorable. This has a different meaning depending on your situation. For instance, if your situation is tough or traumatic, it is understanding that it is tough, not fooling yourself or denying of what has happened. And understanding it is okay to not feel okay. The more you are able to accept a situation, no matter how hard it is and how uncomfortable you are with it, and how high the intensity of your emotions, the more you are able to move forward in recovery or healing. You can participate in improving your mental health. Here are 5 ways on how to practice radical acceptance. Number 1, instead of fighting the present reality, such as, why did I get this illness? How could this have happened to me? Or life is so cruel and unfair. You accept the situation no matter how emotionally painful. You do not deny or dismiss your emotions. Accepting a situation does not mean you remain passive and do nothing that is available for your healing, or learn ways to heal, or get assistance to help you with your specific situation. You are allowing understanding of what has happened to you to unfold and discover ways to heal yourself. Number 2, you cannot control every situation, no matter how hard. So please be kind to yourself. What is your negative thinking that is controlling you? To not stop it and move forward to doing something productive. What is it? This distressing situation caused a lot of mental turmoil. What part did you take in this situation? What part did other people take in this situation? This is something to think about and decide. How am I going to use this self-reflection in order to ease my suffering? Or if other people are involved, to ease their suffering. Number 3, what is your self-talk? This is very common to be self-critical, to self-blame, or shame, or be hard on yourself when life is posing many challenges. You use that inner dialogue to intensify the feelings and bring upon more overwhelming emotions. How can you choose 1 or 2 things about yourself that you appreciate? Perhaps you are taking upon a challenge and stepping up to help, or you are taking on an added responsibility in your life. How are these self-critical remarks hindering you? Where do they come from? Start discovering the answers in order to appreciate what you are really doing that may be unnoticed. Number 4, despite your intense emotional pain, you still need to learn how to live in the present moment. Whether it is with grief, any kind of sorrow, anger, or any other intense emotion, you do not need to repress or deny these emotions exist. Because if you do, they will somehow, somewhere show up again. Learn to understand, despite the intensity of any trauma you experience, life is still worth living. Number 5, let's go back to number 1, as that is very important. Accepting a situation, no matter how bad it is in your life, is telling yourself that you are ready to heal, and that will require you to change. This change can be choosing different values, beliefs, removing or adding people into your life, and understanding this setback or trauma does not mean that you will be immobile and not able to live a life of value. You take in what is now within your mind, body, and soul, rather than allowing your trauma or depression to keep you immobile and not being able to change what has happened, which keeps you in the past. The acceptance process helps you to live life in a new way past this situation. You recreate what can be a good life now, which will be different, but not necessarily worse. Those were 5 examples of radical acceptance. Try and use one suggestion today. If you have used any of these suggestions, please leave your comments below. Thank you so much for listening to Healing Minds, and please subscribe so you don't miss a video. All the best on your healing journey.